Es el primer día de colegio y estoy deseando estar allí. ¿Por qué? Kelly Kapowski. Le gusta el voleibol, el surfing y espero que yo.
In the crib dreaming about Learjets and coops, the way sort shoots and how to sell records like Snoop. I'm interrupted by a doorbell, 3:52. Who the hell is this? I get up quick, cocks my shit, stop the dogs from barking, then proceed to walk in. It's a face that I seen before. My nigga Singer used to sling on the 16th floor. Check it. I look deeper, I see blood up on his sneakers, and his fist grip the chrome 450. So I dip, nigga, is you creeping or speaking? He tells me C-Rock just got hit up at the beacon. I opens up the door pitiful. Is he in critical retaliation? But this one won't be minimal, cause I'm a criminal. Way before the rap shit, bust the gat shit. Puff won't even know what happened. If it's done smoothly, silencers on the Uzi, stash in the hoopty. My alibi, any cutie, with a booty that done fuck Big Pop. Head spinning, reminiscing about my man C-Rock. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. Nobody got to know that I killed your ass in the mid. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. Nobody got to know that I killed your ass in the mid. Filling clips, he explained our situation precisely, so we know exactly what we facing. Some kid named Jason in the Honda station, bragging was bragging about how much food and crack he sacked.
What's going on, everybody? This is BMT coming at you again. I'm here back at it again. I'm actually not going to be too long. I don't even feel like beating around the bush. You know, as you already know, I've been quite busy. I'm watching how people are moving. I'm watching what people are thinking. And, you know, I have to go in and do this one really quick because we have a lot of things that are happening right now in the country, in the nation. You already know we're looking at the second impeachment for ex-President Trump, and let me fix that. There we go. We are in the second impeachment for President Trump, but there are other precedent things going on here in the community. Do me a favor, like the video, share the video, get the video out there. I'm definitely here for all of it. Looking at the talking points. So I'm saying I got my business shirt on because here, shout out to everyone. But I wanted to do something really quick before I get started, especially here on BMT, BBN. I wanted to do this. I first off want to start off. I was sent a package. From Trailerhood. Sent a package, and I wanted to go ahead and do this. And I wanted to open up this package, but I think it'd be very dope. So let me go ahead and get this granted and started. Let's see. Let me go ahead and open this up real quick. So, This is nice. So this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. This is really dope. So I'm definitely going to hang this up. I think right here. I want to hang this up right here. I want to hang this up right here. So this is really dope. I'm going to hang this up. I love this a lot. And I want to say thank you. So thank you for this picture. Let me go ahead and set this down really quick. Thank you so much, Trailerhood, for that lovely gift. I want to go ahead and let's go ahead and knock at it and get at it for a discussion on the topic that at hand. We have a lot of stuff that is unfolding, especially for the state of what's happening to our community. We already know, if you remember before, we had it where as to women were getting abused and attacked. Okay? We saw that happening. Women were getting abused and attacked. And people were very concerned about that. People were very concerned. I did not like that. It was very disgusting, very disheartening. I did my talking point about that. Nobody. You had to have a part of you that was cut off from humanity to actually want to co-sign that type of abuse or that type of derangement. And we were wondering, like, would anybody care? Would anybody care about people being hurt like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have it as to where women are being attacked while they're going to get wine. I mean, mind you, she was trying to get back to her kid. So I mean, imagine if she would have had her kid. This is not the first time this has happened. This has happened, I think, twice at that store. But it's also been other recent reports of men attacking women in that community. And so I have a showing of another guy. Shout out to Water Sniper. Water Sniper, he did something, and I want y'all guys to go to Water Sniper. His description of his stuff is below, so if you want to check him out, definitely you can. But he had a below what he broke into, and I'm gonna use that snippet of what he put out there. But I also have other stuff more in detail to what he dropped. So let me go ahead and pull that up on the soundboard. Let me go ahead and pull that up. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, these people need to be brought to justice. There should be no reason why anybody should have to worry about walking the streets of their community while being harassed. And I'm very proud of where I'm seeing Harlem, Brooklyn, and other inner cities are going. There's going to be a lot of changes. It's going to be a lot of changes happening And some people are going to disagree with it. Some people, I agree for what's going to happen. Y'all do me a favor, like the video, share the video. But we definitely need to have this kind of talk about what's ultimately where is it going. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, see, this is how I know people in this space are not actually maneuvering like they say they are, because they would be up on game about what's going on. You know, I mean, you got dudes talking about, well, sex and doggone, you know, what submission, all that stuff. But you got other men that are leading and doing things, and women are joining in and following and actually walking with these men. That's how I know that this space is vastly disconnected from reality of what's going on. So we're here on Water Sniper. Shout out to Water Sniper. And also we know now who this guy is, as well as we are on the hot trail of the other people. So let's go ahead and showcase what Water Sniper has put out. Let me go ahead and get to it and roll the film. I thought there'd be more to it. Well, okay. Now, so we done get that. So he gave us the name Tyrese. And after that, I said, well, okay. Well, how far can I take it? Boom. There you go. Tyrese Jackson. This is the guy that pretty much for the most part is the guy, him and his friends are known for harassing women. They're known for flaunting out that they got money. If you notice that they thirst over women and all that shit, like, you know, they talk that stuff about I hate fake women stuff, but literally they go around biting females. They go around biting women and all that weird shit. This is what they do. They have a colorism type of issue, and they got all these mommy issues. Like these are the type of people that these type of people hang around. That they notice a lot of the females on this thing are women. I think he stalks women. That's what we do know. He stalks women, and it's pretty scary. This man has a whole doggone page where he's just been following women. No dudes, just women. But he literally puts out there that he hates women. I want you to understand how dangerous and scary this is, that this guy, this deranged psycho, has literally been friending women on social media in his area and been stalking them. You know what I'm saying? And our people got to be careful that this guy, Tyrese Jackson, you know what I'm saying? The same dude that, you know what I'm saying, says he hates fake women, stalks women on social media so that way he can doggone get at them. Works at Applebee's and shit. I swear, dude, it always be the bottom of the barrel, like trashy dudes that be making it hard for hardworking, you know, men. But they want quality women, but they sit around stalking women on social media. But these guys want respect. Is that, we already done. Like I said, we already done. We're already on the chase now, man. I know it was short as hell. The thing about it was, Water Sniper and the other people, a lot of us are already on this trail finding his social media stuff. All we had to do was see a picture. Everybody now, we're already going out for him. They already know where he goes, I don't think we have to find out where he lives. If he found out where he lived, it would have been done. And see, we're coming to a pivotal head where it's going to be up to us as people to take care of these kinds of situations. All these dudes online that be talking about they're gonna do X, Y, and Z to our community, be going around doing all this stuff. Nah, we gotta like start putting stuff. Same thing for a lot of these women who are going out here hurting children, abusing elderly and stuff. Yeah, we gotta start calling these people out, man. Ain't no place for y'all. Like y'all might need to somewhere else, but y'all can't be around us. Like it just can't. I mean, we gotta start understanding. We gotta start cutting the weeds from the wheat. That's just an issue that we got going on. That if we don't start handling that, it's going to possibly get worse. It's going to most likely get worse. And a lot of people don't understand what's going on. A lot of people don't understand what's going on. Now, let's go further into detail about the matter. Because I know people saying, well, BMT, you make it seem like the people care about one broad. Well, the masses of the people are actually rising up. They're actually making moves. Now, maybe you're not part of that movement because you might like to sit on the sideline. That's something that you like to do, or people that you know of that like to do that. But other people are making moves. Other people are making stances and stepping up. I know y'all are used to talking about Cynthia G or just being online and all that other stuff. But other people are more like just doers. We're now becoming doers now. But we understand that people are going to sit by the wayside. So let me go ahead and showcase to you something amazing. I thought that was pretty doggone dope. I thought it was pretty doggone dope what's happening out there in some of these areas, man.
Talk black women, niggas ain't sick.
So let me go get it out there. Hang on. Let me go get it out there. What's happening? So this is going on out there, the same area whereas two people are being abused at, right? Where people are being abused at, that woman and a few other women have been attacked, right? Now we have it whereas to people are starting to show up. Now we're starting to form up rallying parties to try to find and hunt down these people. This is somebody, shout out to the camera guy, shout out to the people who are sending me the information. You send it to me, I get it out there. I do my due diligence to do the receipts and find them out for y'all. Let's get it popping, y'all. Like I said, all this goofy stuff.
Hey yo, protect black women, son. What's that? Protect black women. Niggas ain't standing for it no more. That's the liquor store right there. Niggas ain't standing for it no more. Whoever them niggas are, y'all, I feel bad for y'all, son. Y'all niggas is gonna be caught up. Y'all niggas is gonna be caught up, bro. Niggas ain't playing with y'all. Look at that. They out there deep. Hey, yo.
So let's get to it.
Hey, yo.
So the mythos that nobody's out there looking out for the women in their community, whoever these social media people are, these women, these people who jump on panels, these dudes who be saying that, nah, these women are in the streets and stuff. Yo, y'all might have to start beating back with the narrative because we're seeing men out there real time that are out there fighting out there in the streets. So when I hear women say, well, ain't nobody protecting black women, I'm going to be like, you's a damn lie. You a damn lie. There are men out there trying to get in to try to protect black women. So all them little narrative talking points that ain't nobody out there, nah, that's a lie. That's a lie. Nah, nobody black women, we on our own. I'm like, you are on your own. You're on your own. Don't speak for all men. You're on your own. Because I'm seeing men out there right now, real time, that don't fuck with this type of behavior. So whoever's going around saying men aren't protectors, that's a lie, because men have been protected for a long time. I don't know what are they out there. It can't be the slushy. There's a whole bunch of dudes out there with women. There's a whole bunch of dudes out there. trying to find out. And I get it. You're going to hear some detractors out here on social media. This is why I don't hang with these goofies. Oh, those are simps. Those are butterballs. No, those are men of their community doing what they need to do. But we have a certain type of media narrative, like these mega stallions and all these talking points that literally ain't nobody protecting black women. Get out of here. Stop. You lying, B. Maybe it's the man that you want to protect you. He don't see you worth his time to protect. Every man doesn't have to protect you, but there are men out there that are out there fighting. It's just not the man. Maybe you got a man that don't think you were protecting. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand. Like, you just ain't exactly B-Dub. Walking to the wrong dude and disrespect his woman, they will clean your clock right there, B. Disrespect the wrong woman and let her man find out, her brother find out, her cousins find out, her father or uncles find out. I don't like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these talking points about there ain't no protection, that's a lie. I don't know you people. I don't know these talking points. But like I said, I'm in shape. My hands are very efficient. My babies, my daughters, my cousins, my nieces, my family, my people, they ain't never had to question my loyalty where I go at. They ain't never had a question. I don't know. Maybe it's the people y'all choose to deal with. You might want to go change up the new circle. I'm very impressed. And see, you don't have people putting up that type of story out there. Oh, I agree with you, Yellow Rose. Some men are like that. You touch their woman, you touch their sister. Sometimes there's you know the thing about this. Sometimes some females are like, yo, they tolerate you, but they know at the minute I tell that crazy uncle or cousin or baby daddy or husband of mine, you're going to die. It just depends on what you deal with. That's why when I hear a lot of these talking points about these women have to defend themselves, I'm like, hey, I get it, you got to defend yourself. But that's not for everybody. Everybody don't have to defend themselves. You know, maybe you got to sit in your house and, keep a pistol or a gun. That's on you. But don't speak for all the men, because you don't know all the men. You don't get down with all of us. Some of us don't even see that you're worth protecting. I'm gonna be for real. Some men will judge whether a woman's worth protecting or not. This little talking point that everybody is under the insurance of protection. No, it's not true. That's not true. He won't do good inside either. Like I said, and that's another thing about it, B-Dub. You know how much trouble you get in for, you know what they do to dudes who assault women? And they find out behind bars? Statutory rape? Pedophiles? Oh, no. Ain't no love for you behind bars, buddy. None. There's no love for you behind bars. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and listen to your story. They might look at you, okay, you did a crime, or you probably did some stuff. But the talking points about you, statutory rape and stuff, that's what I said. A lot of these talking points that I hear online, out there, on them streets, that shit don't matter. They look at this stuff as corny. That stuff will get you got. Call somebody female that they care about out of their name and see, listen, bro, good luck getting off that block. I know y'all would have called them the hood, the thug, the pookies, the niggas, but them dudes ain't never they ain't going nowhere. So, like I said, I gotta just let y'all know, like, it's just one of those types of things. Now, we gotta be for real, man. Like, I want you to understand, as I said, this social media talking stuff, y'all might want to start getting away from it, man. Y'all might want to start dialing back on what y'all do. But on the other side of the thing, buddy, hang on, let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me go ahead and grab something for y'all. Because we have it on the news, whereas to lawmakers are starting to form, they're starting to formulate stuff due to the issues that is happening. You know what I'm saying? They got things starting to go down. They got stuff that's starting to go down. And I know this is going to piss off a lot of the men's rights movements and groups and stuff. Y'all need to go start forming some rallies for men that get raped. Go formulate some rallies for dudes who get abused. I don't know. Like, go out there and do that. Well, BMT, why don't you? No. I'm out here doing stuff. I'm out here doing stuff with already the men. I don't do stuff for bitches. I'm not. You're not, unless y'all one of my bitches. I'm not doing shit for y'all. Go outside. Y'all need to go outside and work out or go do some shit. Nobody is going to give you something just because you're a man. Like, no, that's not how it works. Never works like that. And all these women saying that they're not getting protection. I don't know who the fuck you fucking with. But you need to go find a man that actually can actually back himself off. Y'all not going up to these women and telling them that they're not non-feminine. I promise you, somebody will fuck you up. That's why I know some of y'all ain't. That's why I know some of y'all with this shit that y'all talk about online. Ain't nobody walking around y'all. Y'all sound goofy and crazy. Like, that shit ain't happening, B. Like, it's just not happening. I'm hearing all kind of talking points, man. And I'll be like looking at it like, where? Who raised y'all? Like, there's no way. Like, some of the stuff I do hear, I'd be like, okay, yeah, all right. On your other day, you probably say that shit. But I know you ain't say that shit to no dude. I know you definitely ain't say that to his chick, his woman. See, it's easy to talk your shit to a random, but you ain't gonna talk that shit in front of a bunch of other people. I had that shit happen one time. A dude said that shit during COVID. He said some shit. He said some wild shit to a female. And sure enough, a doggone white sedan pulled up. This is at Walmart. Dude, like 5'11", got out the car. Yo, what you said? Yo, what you were saying to my lady? The guy said, well, she a feminine like a man. I mean, he just went in on him. I was like, I ain't stop it. I was like, yo, you should have been ready for the dragon. YouTube don't work in real life, baby. YouTube don't work in real life. I be trying to tell some of y'all. People out here busting heads. You make sure you know the insurance cash that check. They ain't want to hear about that. You got that Krav Maga Kung Fu shit. He just got done in. He didn't know Big Mama had smoke behind her. Say what you had to say about that big woman, but hey, she had a dude packing outside behind her. But thank God the girl at the outside the greeter, the white woman came out there to go check. I was going to pick him up. I was going to leave him right there on the pavement. I'm like, ain't my damn problem. Bro, you saw. Hey, I believe if you talk ill to another man's woman, yo, you get what you get. Fuck that. Hold that. Be prepared. Be prepared. I don't care. That's between two men. You going to speak about another woman? Hey, be prepared for whatever comes down out the dragon. Because honestly, they're going to slump your ass later on that day. I know. No, that's fine. That's text Yellow Road. I know. Listen. I told y'all. I know. Men like me, we going extinct. We going extinct. I already know. Listen, I listen to a lot of the dudes on YouTube, man. I don't feel no type of anything when they talk. Feel like I'm talking to a bunch of children and shit in like fucking Village or some stuff, like maybe Rambles or stuff. Like I got no problem. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, I don't know. Like it's just that my hands are accustomed and kin to look at it. I got cuts and scars and scratches and all over me and stuff. Listen, man, these are war wounds. I've been wearing war wounds for a long time. That's just one thing about it, man. You can't get like where I'm from. You can't get away saying something about a man's woman, mama, cousin, niece, or something like that, and think you're gonna get to rock or ride in the sunset. I mean, depending on who you are. It's going like I said. Some women. That's why I said the women that are talking about the protection thing. They not out. They just. I don't know because this is why I think some dudes get angry because they know that those women have they have protection versus the women that say men are out here. But I'm like, well, what men are you dealing with? You know, what men are you dealing with? Because shit, I don't know what men that you dealing with, shawty. Because I mean, the dudes I know, listen, bro, that's a bad day. And I've been seeing that since I was in the goddamn middle school. Like, bro, they would hound you. There was a reason why the bully caught you talking to his girl. Don't talk to my sister. Don't talk to my cousin. Like you wasn't gonna get away. Listen, bro. Like there was no way. Listen, listen, bro. I swear on everything, bro. If I caught you talking to my little cousin, bro, that was your ass, bro. If you're talking to any of the shawties, you're talking to any of the goddamn the honeys, you talking to anybody in the wolf pack, bro. Best believe we won't have to talk to because you're foreign. You're foreign. Either you gonna come there on a wrestling match, you're gonna come there on the football field, and you want to either prove your shit or you gonna have to get the fuck out. That's the reason why a lot of these dudes complaining about, man, I didn't get no females because you wasn't allowed to have access to those type of women. So that's why you would run off. They saw through your bullshit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the part of the story that don't get told. That's the part of the story that don't get told. The part where you thought you were going to get the fuck on the females, but it didn't go down like that. Promise you, bro. Like, See, that's why some of these dudes are mad. You put your hand on Shotty, and she call up her doggone uncle. She call up her brother. She call up one of her exes and say, "Yo, he acting up." And y'all like, "Oh, so he called her baby daddy." You damn right. My kid is in that house. You think I'm gonna allow you to put your hands on my baby mama in front of my kid and think I'm gonna let you rock? Nigga, you stupid. Fuck you, and you beta bitch. The fuck? You a fuck about you, nigga? And I leaked out plenty of dudes on the yard. And I made you pay the fucking rent. Fuck you. Let me go ahead and play this shit. So what you got going on right here?
Store last Monday night. The time 5:52 p.m. on West 128th Street near Frederick Douglass Boulevard. Police say two of the men kicked the victim multiple times. The man in the red jacket then, according to police, bit the victim on her forehead. Police say the trio then stole the victim's iPhone 11 valued at $750. The victim was taken by EMS to Harlem Hospital to be treated for a bite mark with broken skin to the face, pain, and bruising.
I think what they did was horrible. No one should be treated like that. That's totally disrespectful. And I hope the police are quick to catch them.
Police say the 31-year-old female victim and two of the three men had all been inside the liquor store before the altercation. This clerk was working that evening.
She buy wine and she left. I don't know what happening outside. Right. I was inside. How did he bite her? I mean, it's kind of from animal like.
Police don't know what led up to the altercation. Their only description of the trio is what they were wearing. The unidentified male number 1 in a red jacket, number 2 in a black jacket, and number 3 in a red hooded sweatshirt with a denim vest over it. Alpheus Marcus decided to organize a rally called Protect Black Women to send a clear message.
It's heinous. It's barbaric, and these are guys that need to be off the streets. You know, for the record, this is the second incident where a young lady of color had spawned somebody's advances and was, assaulted. One that happened in the Bronx where the young lady was shot 4 different times in December. She just recently came out of a coma. These individuals that do these things against these women need to be off the streets.
Organizers are looking for new legislation to toughen the penalties for men who commit crimes against women and the elderly. We are live in Harlem at the rally. McGee Hickey, Pix 11 News. Back to you, Kate.
So y'all hear that what's going on? That they now have it where this is something formed by a black man, not black women. They got it where as to they're forming something as to where the men are taking notice that these dudes are getting mad that women are shooting them down. This is why I've been hearing, well, these women, they don't want a good man. They don't want to deal with us. So okay, so that woman don't want to deal with you. This is probably, I be telling y'all, them dating coaches be fucking y'all up, man. Them dudes that be talking to y'all about game and all that shit. Then y'all be hearing all that stupid shit on them, on stupid tube. And then y'all want to get on, and y'all want to actually go out there in the real world. Listen, man, I'm going to tell y'all right now. When somebody gets off of work and they're trying to get home, you got to be a judge of character. Maybe they're in a rush. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they already had a long day. So maybe they're not trying to fuck with you. But you think that something about you is special. You got to maybe put a chain on. Maybe you put on that Egyptian oil shit. I don't know. Something about you thinks that you're special. You're not. You're not. So then you'll say, well, of course she's average, or she's a single mother, or she has 4, or she's a 6, or some shit. But then if she's all that, then why the fuck you hollering at her? Maybe try to talk to her on the subway. Like everybody, like I live up north, and I still got registry up there. I'm telling you right now. Most of the time, everybody's about their business. Like they're not trying to stop. They're just trying to get to point A to point B. I mean, most time you have a better chance talking to somebody probably at work, or probably on a social outing. If people social areas, but other than that, no. Yeah, but you just said a man rose up and put together other men to come up, and so y'all are wrong. Men stepped up to protecting women after all. I said that. So where was I wrong? Don't say stupid shit, but that was dumb. I literally said that. This is why I hate cyberspace people versus real life people. Like cyberspace people are goofy to me. Y'all make no fucking sense at all. That make no sense at all. I literally just said that the men were the ones out there because other men were going around shooting and biting women. So the men are like, maybe we need to go find the dudes that are doing this. Where was I off what I said? The nation said they put men in these streets. We could have protected since the 90s in New York. Where was the guardian angels? They fought hard to ensure NOI could put men in New York communities. That's why I don't think y'all click. Because I know y'all like the David Johnsons that, y'all like, maybe y'all like women suffering, maybe, I don't know, probably. If y'all are, then I get it, y'all probably like that, patience for the streets. Because we know, I'm just saying, are any of y'all part of any black men's organizations, affiliated groups? I am. Quite a few. I don't hear these talking points that other than here. The women there are very, very, very able. I believe some of these women could probably take some of the men here. With a knife, gun, certain moves. One of them dealt with a guy who tried to assault her, gouged out his eye. Crushed his trachea. Then she called the police. Now he has one eye and he can't speak, but he'll be going to court. I trained her. Very proud of you. Very proud of you, baby. Very proud of you. Should have killed him. Should have killed him. Like I said, I'm a different breed. Like I said, I'm a different breed. My doggone, I don't sense the stuff here. There are men out there. I just said a man started the movement. There are men. If y'all were here when Yellow Rose and VW, even was I'm going over it, there are men out there that are forming protect women. There are people getting legislation passed so that way the women of color as well as elderly are getting protection from the men. Not too long ago, we just saw an older man on the subway. VW, you remember that? There was an older dude on the subway that was kicking an elderly lady in the face. What were the dudes on the subway doing? Oh, right. They were laughing while he was taking his foot and kicking her in the face. Come on. I mean, like I said, I have these conversations all the time. No. Here's the thing about it, David. They don't need you. Let's be for real. They don't need you. Let's be for real. I think that's the thing about it, that we all have this misconception. They don't need y'all, certain type of men. Certain men that are here or are out there in the world, they don't need y'all. I think that's the distinction that people don't understand. They don't need y'all. Versus what type of man. See, I think it's the issue that's going on out here on social media, whereas to women will say around men, I don't need a man. But put a V-dub around her. If it's a brother of means and he's doing certain moves in his life, she'll most likely respond to him, say, well, I need that type of man. I see it all the time. Women will block every advance from a man and say, I don't need a man, 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 I don't need a man. But the minute they get around a certain type of man, they need that man. That's how women think. I'm not sure if y'all knew that, but women have always thought like that for a long time. You can't break a man the way you break a dog or a horse. The harder you beat a man, the taller he stands. To break a man's will, to break his spirit, you have to break his mind. I agree with that, Jimmy the Great. There's going to always be men. And women will respond to certain type of men. Exactly. There's a lot. Listen, some places on the subway, they don't play that shit. That's why I said I think some of y'all don't go around in certain areas, because in certain places, men don't tolerate shit like that. Versus other areas, they do. Y'all saying that men are saying that, and what's going on, Topaz? Y'all hearing the rhetoric that women are saying, I don't need a man. No, y'all don't understand what they're... See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think y'all understand what women are saying when they say, I don't need a man. They're not saying, I don't need a man. They're saying, I don't need a certain type of man. We have to separate the gentlemen that are doing the work, where the women were like, I'm willing to work with that type of man, versus the men that are just out here to fuck and just fuck up the work. And then we're like, okay, so why are you here? Why are you here? Because if they're saying that they don't need the men, then why are women and why is legislation working with that black man that I just showed you? Why are they working with that black man to get legislation passed for women and elderly from men that do those people wrong? Why are they passing it? Choices have consequences. Stop acting like these women be chasing gentlemen. They don't chase you. I'm sorry. I know that. I'm sorry they don't chase you. I don't know what to tell y'all. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the thing is, we're hearing from the non-selected people that are upset that they're not being selected. So what they do, they lash out on society. Say whatever you want to say. Say whatever you want to say. But you can't detract that literally this is not real. You can't say that those group of men that are out there right now, see, where are those men that y'all saying are not being? There's a difference between the men that are out there for their community versus the men that are on cyberspace saying that, oh, the community need to do this and need to do that. There's a difference. There's a big difference. I'm seeing a lot of men down there. I'm seeing a lot of men down there. So how do you say that's not real? Huh? I mean, I'm just trying to hear y'all. Y'all saying that there's people that don't care, right? And then we can look at this. Harlem, Manhattan, New Yorkers rally to prevent further violence against women Saturday in response to a vicious, brutal assault on women outside a Harlem liquor store. Police resulted in released surveillance video on 3 men who they say got into a verbal dispute with a 31-year-old woman outside the liquor store last Monday, 5:52 p.m. on West 128th Street near Frederick Douglass Boulevard. The police say 2 of the men kicked the victim multiple times. Hang on, let me reload that. There we go. So they kicked the victim multiple times. And the trio then allegedly stole the victim's iPhone 11 for $750. The victim was taken to EMS hospital to be treated for a bite mark with broken skin, face pain, and bruising. I think what they did was horrible. No one should be treated like that, said Troy Mills, a customer at the liquor store. What they did was totally disrespectful. I hope police get them. And again, we're hearing this thing that black people do not try to work with the police. This is another. I hear all these stupid narratives. Police said the victim had 2 of the 3 men had all been inside the liquor store before the altercation. A.B. Demali, a liquor store clerk, was working that evening. How did he bite her? Demilla asked PX 11 News. It is like an animal. Police did not know what led up to the altercation, and they only had a description of what the trio was wearing. So we're looking at this, and I mean, let's go over the footage. You got a black man right here who's literally looking at the footage, and he's like, "That's disgusting." You have another man right here. Well, hang on, let me get past this dude right here. You got another man right here that started a movement saying that, yo, we need to get these men off the street. I know some people, you know what I think? I think there's certain agencies of people right now that don't like that a black man is making a movement, which they're going to most likely make videos about, that there's a black man making a movement about protecting his community. They don't like it that a black man on January 23rd, 2021 has formed a movement called Protect Black Women. And I know they're going to say stuff about me. I don't really give a shit. But they're not going to like it that a black man is running the helm on, hey, we need to make something because we're seeing women are getting shot and put in comas, getting bitten and beat and robbed. We're seeing elderly people getting beat up. So we need to do something about that. That somebody's formulating a law. Alphys Marcus, rally organizer, is forming something that is getting political steam that could possibly change the political atmosphere. Now, I'm confused that why would certain men be mad that he's getting that passed? Why? I don't get it. Here you have it. Black leadership is pushing for something for the community. Why would people be mad? You got to ask yourself the question. What is going through their minds? What's going through their minds? Now, David, you call that feminism. Where was the feminism? Wait, why'd you say that was feminism? How is that feminism if that's something that protects your family? Do y'all see how obscure some people's minds might be? You just said that's feminism. Where was the feminism? That's a law that protects people or to deter people from wanting to abuse other people. We know that women are not as strong as men. We know that they're not as strong as men. We know that more women, and it's literally a known psychological fact that women worry almost every other day or week about something happening to them out there in the street. You can line up 10 women and literally ask them, do they ever worry about when they go to a gas station at night, go to a McDonald's, go to any type of place by themselves at night without no clear vision, do they ever worry about getting assaulted? Men don't worry about that shit. I mean, I'm just being honest. Men don't worry about that. Listen, I can go pull my car to the side, whip out my junk, and go pee, and I don't worry about that type of shit. I'm sorry. I don't. I never knew. I just never thought of it. I just did it. But I mean, sorry that, hell, I can literally walk and pee and just go whatever I want to go. A woman can't do that. Women got to stop and go find a location, do all that shit. That's y'all talking point. Y'all, why? What is it about feminism that scares y'all? I wonder. What is it about feminism that scares y'all? What is it about people formulating something that protects them? Why are y'all bothered by that? But I just don't roll up in places at night without having my head on a swivel. No, Jermaine, I think so too. I think they call anything feminism. These dudes will call anything that is for the community, that if a female is involved in it, it's feminism. Literally, the law is made to protect elderly people, they said that, and women of color. I'm trying to understand, how is feminism getting a win? Like, this is where you're losing me, because you're losing your arguments on masculinity. Y'all just said you want where men are in masculine positions of literally protection. But now y'all complaining that, white women are going to get a win. Well, is that not your job as a man, to be the protector? This is why I know I'm going to, this is why I know I'm a dying. This is why I know I'm a dying breed now. This is why I know that. Where did y'all lose? Where did we lose y'all at? Where did we lose a lot of y'all men at? I don't get it. I honestly, I don't get it anymore. I just showed you black men out there making moves. I just showed you black men being law-abiding citizens. Is it because they're not coming to you? Is it because they don't come to you? You know what's interesting? I'd be out here every other day making moves. I do. You know, I mean, I go out there every other day, and I be around young individuals, people working out, training, women and men out there learning self-defense and all that. I'm trying to figure out, like do y'all, what is it that, what kind of respect do y'all want nowadays? Then that's the thing where we're losing the men at. I mean, honestly, a lot of y'all bitch too much. A lot of y'all just bitch too much. A woman takes a shit. It's feminism. She goes jogging. It's feminism. She gets assaulted. It's not feminism. I'm sick of it. Yo, I swear, boy, everything to y'all is feminism, man. Everything to y'all is feminism.
Just
What's up? What's up, I'm speaking?
hey, BMT, what's going on?
I'm not too much. Not too much. I'm trying to understand. Trying to understand the mindset. We're hearing that y'all are saying that baby mamas and child support and all the other shit. And I guess your talking points, but now you got men are doing stuff, but it's still feminism.
Well, you know what it is, BMT is I've been thinking of doing a podcast about this. It's that people are using their rage against black women for some of the stuff that some of these females have done, and any attempt to help black women, it seems like sacrilege or something. That's what it seems like to me. Now, that what happened over there. I mean, it's getting to the point. You remember that there was an article that I think this author named Damon Young wrote.
I don't know about it.
Okay, basically, he the title of it was "Black Men Are the New White Men of the Black Community." If you remember that, if anybody remember that, and how the Mansfield got on that dude's ass about that title. And now that I think about it, he was right about it in one aspect, but he should have changed that title. The title should have been just "Niggas Are the White Men of the Black Community," because these niggas are just out of control. When I first heard this story, I said that sounds like something a white dude would do to a white woman. But the thing is black. Those were black men that did it. I'm like, man, these niggas are out of control. So, I'm kind of glad that they had this demonstration. But for me, I don't think that's enough. These dudes, that did that should be beaten in front of everybody. That would be my hope. If you really want to send that message, I wouldn't even get the law involved. Take them out in front of the crowd, beat their ass mercilessly.
But
that's what should be done.
But we've been doing that for years. We've been doing it for years.
Well, it clearly ain't. It's not working. It's not enough.
No, I mean, the social media wave of dudes that literally have this social media shit about single mothers, baby mamas, and all this shit, and pookies and all this stuff, and niggas and stuff. I mean, there's a whole wave of people now. Just like the women got their wave, the men got their waves. So coming from a digital age now, people are gonna always keep coming. There's always gonna be a rise of something. We're also joined here by David. What's going on, honey? Exactly. Feminism can be described in 4 ways. If you have not studied each wave, it is wise not to suggest feminism. Thank you so much, V-Dub. I don't think a lot of people read or understand how feminism is.
All the waves are a lie.
It's literally articles. So go ahead, David. What's up?
The same way Roe v. Wade is actually based on a lie. Woman from Roe v. Wade never had an abortion. By the time the case got settled, her baby was alive and healthy. So just like feminism, just like Roe v. Wade, feminism at whatever phase you want to mention is based off of lies. I mean, from its inception, you had the middle class women of the aristocracy, the daughters of the aristocracy, complaining that their brothers and husbands could get leadership roles, but they couldn't. It was never that women couldn't work or couldn't have a job or stuff. Like, women own property. Listen, feminism is built off of so many lies and misunderstandings about the history of civilization that's a whole nother subject to discuss. But let me ask you guys a question. How many kids been killed since this Black Lives Matter protesting, defund the police wave of violence has started? How many children have died?
Don't know. Do you know?
No one knows?
I'm assuming
no,
many.
None?
I'm assuming many.
I can think of at least 3, but there's far more. Far more. And the only reason I bring up this juxtaposition is why after a year of record insane, like going back to the slavery days, murder rates. We haven't had murder rates this serious since black folk moved out the South, when they started collecting all this data. So this is going back to like the fucking 30s and the 40s and shit. We haven't had a murder rate, and I mean a national level, not just in Chicago or St. Louis or any of the hot spots that guys like me would like to throw in a pro-black face when they talk about Black Lives Matter. Everywhere, bro, everywhere. Niggas is killing the shit out of each other, but she's a special victim and deserves protection. I call bullshit.
Okay, so I got a question. So was BLM brought up in this topic? Was BLM brought up in this topic?
I introduced some. I introduced it.
I asked you a
question.
I
did it. I introduced it to the topic, and it needs to be brought up.
No. It was feminism.
I admit it. I'm the one who introduced it. You didn't do it. I did it because it needs to be brought up. BLM is feminism too. You guys want to avoid the elephant in the room. You know what's funny about this BLM defund the police thing? If you watch the people protesting, it's mostly women. It's mostly women who want to defund the police, and now a woman actually wants to be protected.
Hold on, conservative. BLM was not even in this one. There was no feminism involved in this one. There was nothing of your talking points in this. You're bringing.
I'm trying to connect some dots for you.
No. You're trying to make something out of something that has nothing to do with it. That's what you're doing. I'm just calling shit out. You're trying to make something out of something that has nothing to do with it. That's
okay. So all the murders that have happened, all the black men that have been getting clipped left and right in this city, in New York City alone. Why is it that she deserves protection, but everyone else just can fend for themselves?
Wait. Where did you say just she deserves
protection? Niggas is getting killed left and right, bro. Like, seriously, I'm not even trying to be an asshole about this. Like, No, the idea, listen, if you actually break down the numbers of violent assaults, like men are the victims of violence more often. So when it comes to protecting people from violence, if we were going by the numbers, you would just protect everyone and not focus on some one fucking tearjerker story.
Okay, so when they had the story about the boy who got shot by the police, the little boy got shot by the police, did you have a problem with that story?
Which story is that exactly? There could be any story.
Well, I mean, they have countless stories about little boys that got shot by the police and saying, put down the guns. Did you do any articles on those stories?
Exactly.
Did you do any stories on
Well,
them?
that's kind of my thing, bro. Like take an individual case. It depends on the individual case, and I don't think since I've been doing my channel, I don't know if that's been on a radar.
Ask the question, and you said that you have a complaint or you have a concern. Were you doing any stories about kids that get shot or gunned down? No, you weren't.
That's not usually my subject matter. No.
Did you do any stories about kids getting shot lately? Did any of y'all black men do any stories about children being put into human trafficking anytime this month or last month?
Are you asking me who? Or...
Anyone of y'all can answer. Anyone of y'all can answer it.
Nah, I know.
Did you date? Did you conservative? Better yet, did any of y'all do any stories about?
Yeah, I don't typically cover that stuff.
Any stories about black men in halfway houses?
Nope.
Did you conservative?
No, I think you covered that.
Okay, but why not? Why don't y'all want to talk about those?
Where you going with this stuff?
No, hold on, wait. If there is so much of a need to bring up the relevancy, I would think that would be what y'all would want to talk about more than what y'all have a problem with. Why not talk about that? I mean, I get it.
Well, if you're asking a serious question, listen, BMT, you run a channel. You decide what the nature of your channel is going to be. No, I'm answering you. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. You decide the nature of your channel, right? So if the nature of my channel is, trolling left-leaning politics, I'm not. You can't laugh at dead black boys, nigga. That's why I don't talk about it. I post shit on my channel that's funny, that you can laugh at, that you can mock. Why in the fuck would I want to mock them?
No, hold on. Now, conservative.
That's it in a nutshell, though. It's not that these things don't exist. I just don't want to mock it, because if you come to my channel, I'm going to find some shit to laugh at you about. That's how it is on my channel.
Okay, but why would you not want to talk? If these things are so bad, as y'all say they are, why would y'all not want to talk about it? Why would y'all not want to talk about these kind of things? I get it. You want to talk about comedy. You want to talk about things to make you laugh.
I do talk about it when I come to pro-black channels.
Okay, to pro-black channels. Now, so
yeah, when I have conversations with pro-blacks about the nature of reality, I have to remind them of who's getting killed.
Now, right here, you have this man right here. Okay? Would you, if you were to bring up to him about black children being killed, do you think he would not do something about it?
Well, I mean, we don't know. Because do we know his history? I don't want to make assumptions about who he is just from something he's doing now. I mean, what is his history?
You want to know his history right now? His history right now is that he's pushing for something to get passed that minority women and elderly people will literally it's called Alphys Marcus organized Saturday a rally called Protect Black Women. Literally, it's heinous, it's barbaric. Marcus told the news that this is the second incident recently in an assault against women. These men need to be taken off the street. Now he's talking about the issue that you have, that literally there are people on the street that are literally doing the damage that you are talking about. Now, he is literally fighting that fight. A black man is literally trying to play rally Batman and get these men off the street. I'm trying to figure out why aren't other black men saying, yo, this ain't BLM. This don't have nothing to do with feminism. This is a black man leading something that is just that he's doing off his own strength alone. I'm trying to figure out why would black men not want to join with another man to literally get rid of the problem in their community. I'm trying to find that out.
You know what, BMT?
I'm here,
I will put it to you like this, and I don't know this guy particularly, so I'm not going to speak on his personality. I will say this though, I think it's very interesting that he's in Harlem. It's not like he probably didn't just get to Harlem, so he's probably seen and heard of countless murders over the last year in Harlem alone, but he decides to get active when this young woman is victimized. So that's telling in itself. And personally, after what I've learned over the last few years about the nature of black female politics, this is one black man who is no longer a political ally to black female politics. You ladies are on your own. I am not marching or signing anything to help you with any of your problems. And you know why? Because when it comes to male issues and black male issues, who's the first person to get us shut down? It's not the white man.
Okay, so he sat there. You're saying he sat there for a lot of stuff. Now, nothing has stopped any of you men from forming something. Nothing has stopped any of you men from forming anything. But I guess an older black man, it's always the older men that are, I guess they are doing stuff. Now, mind you, there are older people. Literally, he is literally organizing.
Them civil rights simps. That's what that is.
Oh, he's doing civil rights now?
No, sorry, I must be on a delay. I was saying he's a civil rights simp. I'm going to drop off and come back. Civil rights simping, that's what I'm calling it. It's them older Selma generation, them walked across the bridge at Alabama generation niggas. They don't see things accurately anymore. They realize they let an enemy they let a fox in the hen house, bro.
So wait. So he's a civil rights. Okay. All right, that's something new.
Are we talking about the same guy here? I'm trying to what hell,
yeah, and I don't want to keep picking on that one guy.
But how is he a civil rights?
Because it's a generational thing. It's not about the guy. Well, no, when you made it about older black men, so it's not about him per se. It's about the older black men not seeing how they dropped the ball on this whole feminism thing, and now your sons have to fight your daughters for a job in society. Like, it's a weird thing.
Where's the feminism? Now, where's the feminism? Where did you get the feminism from? Like, where's the feminism at in this?
Coming out of the end of the Black Panther movement was also the beginning of the Black radical feminism movement. It came right out of the Panthers. Once the Panthers were dead, the only people left standing in Black civil rights leadership were the radical women. They carried the torch over, and Black politics has been radical Black feminism pretty much ever since the end of the Panther era.
What group do you run with? Do you run with any group?
I don't fuck with none of them niggas.
Okay, so you don't fuck with nobody. You just commentate and make jokes on the side. Okay, so that's good to know that you don't fuck with any of them. You a lot of people like to commentate, make jokes from the side, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So
that's YouTube. That's YouTube.
It's YouTube.
You know how it is.
It's YouTube. It's YouTube. I don't respect it. We also shout out to Leroy for put it out there. You had the Detroit 300. On the city streets of Detroit 300 community, police officers forced armed A-team. Now, mind you, some of these men have been either in law enforcement, working alongside law enforcement. Brothers could have joined up with these brothers. And literally, it's a freezing winter day in a about Detroit as armed men alight from the war wagon. These volunteers with Detroit 300, a controversy organization whose members patrol neighborhoods in the struggling city, hunting criminals and making citizen arrests. With guns and holsters strapped to their legs, the men glance nervously up and down the street as they carry out a with police. If y'all know what a Reese is, they're literally working alongside with police officers, and they're actually doing busts in their areas. Now, mind you, these are black men that are literally out there that are carrying, that are literally, and they also have their own chapters of militia, that they're doing their own thing. So we showed one portion of black people or minorities pushing for legislation, doing social media hunting. Now we're showing another group, Detroit 300. They have their own task force and militia groups, and they're out there doing the hunting. Black militia patrol streets of America as U.S. election approaches, fearing violence in the event Donald Trump won't concede. Black men are forming armed groups to protect their communities. We also have it where at 11 p.m., a chilly evening last week, Dare Ward, 32, met a group of his friends. 32-year-old met a group of his friends on a quiet street in Minneapolis. They greeted each other with nicknames: Eagle Eye, Band-Aid, Stepchild, Wolf. All were heavily armed. All wore bulletproof vests. This was not a criminal gang setting off on a robbery, nor were they law enforcement officers. Ward, whose nickname Mayor, is swung into a flake jacket in a basketball coach. Robert Sayers, 52, is a former fireman. Met the Minneapolis Freedom Fighters, a group of predominantly black men who have taken it on themselves to protect their community with the tacit backing of the police. So you have it, whereas to young men, and there's also young women that are forming their own militia party groups, wearing tactical gear. They work hard, they train, and they're protecting their community. I'm trying to figure out, because literally y'all this is something that we talked about. I mean, I'm a gun owner. I see nothing but beauty in this. I see nothing but beauty. Is that something that you cannot agree with? That literally people are now going down their streets and literally patrolling their streets. That's something you cannot agree with.
I think you need to mute the conservative.
Okay, so I just gotta mute him.
Yeah.
Take him down. I'll take him down while he's doing that. But so here you have it where people are making moves. You know, people are making moves, brother Speak. You have it real time that we're showing you or showcasing to you. Whereas to men, I told people, like, well, COVID, we need to defund the police. Okay, so the police are getting defunded. Big effing whoop.
Yeah.
But now you have it where, guess what? You now have it where young men in their 30s, which that is a good prime age, in their 30s and up, and some are younger, I think in their 20s to 30s and up, are now forming tactical units and teams. And I've met quite a few. That's why I said, it's just that some people aren't part of the movement. That's the thing about it. I don't have a problem with a woman picking up an M16 or an M4 and they're like, yo, I'm going on patrol with you. All right, come on, ma. Come on. Put on your vest and let's ride. And I've been on patrols with women, and I was the only guy, and they were very professional. I've been on patrols with elderly men. Hell, I even been on a patrol with a 51-year-old woman. And I mean, she was jumping off the truck.
Okay.
She did all that. I said, go ahead, baby. Get it.
She ready for war. But hey,
But she was like, listen, she was like, I mean, y'all make it seem like just because people say defund the police, that people are victims. No. Where one system falls, another system will step in. You just don't. You're just not part of that system.
Well, you know, it's not advertised, and
Right.
in some aspects, it shouldn't be. There's some things that shouldn't be. We shouldn't be advertising it. Just do it. Just get it done. I mean, I'm saying this. I mean, as far as men's rights, don't just advertise it. Just do it. If you feel that these laws are not in your favor, don't just talk about it. Don't get on this on YouTube and just be arguing with women about it. Just go do it. You know, shouts out to JI for what he went and did the petition. Now, y'all may not agree with it, but he went and did it. How many of these guys have done that? Not many. So if they're going out there doing something to protect their community, I'm all for it. I'm not gonna shit on it. That's not me. Because at the end of the day, somebody has to do it. If you're talking about defunding the police, okay, that's great. Okay, less police, great. But who's going to protect these people? Somebody's going to have to do it.
Now, one of the things about somebody asked a question, they said, well, somebody might get shot. Well, here's the thing about it. Whenever you form a militia or certain groups, if you haven't noticed, first off, these people are corresponding their groups, their sets or units with law enforcement. That's being professional. They're corresponding their tactical things that they're doing, the men and women, with law enforcement and other agencies to say, hey, on MLK to Marcus Garvey Boulevard, this is us. We got this. You'll know our vehicles. See, that's why I said sometimes I don't think y'all understand because we have how vehicles are marked, how we wear certain gear and certain stuff, so that way they can identify us versus, yo, who's that guy? Oh yeah, he's one of y'all. No, he's not. Because if you're on patrol and let's say Speak and I go out, the only people who might know that name, I'm Condor. That guy right there. Speak might be named Viper. If you ain't on the manifest, oh, you a foe. You ain't with us. I know this. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's different teams and different stuff set up. The way how certain militias can go do marches and stuff, they tell the police that, hey, don't y'all find it very interesting that the police are there and they're allowing the people to walk the street because they inform the police that they're coming. They set up things. So that way people don't freak the hell out. You may not know because you're not behind the scenes, but other people do. Like I said, it was nothing to see a bunch of dudes at a white farmer's. There was a bunch of black dudes with guns at a white farmer's farm. Everybody else, oh, poor helpy be Farmer John. He's being attacked by black people. No. He hired some black men to watch his property. Understand? He paid us. We were there. We watched the property. By the breaking of dawn, we were out. Professional. Hell, didn't even know we were there. By the time the wife came out there with coffee, our truck was already gone. That's professionalism. There's a difference of being trained and people who are just picking up guns and think they're going to run out there in the street and play RoboCop. See, there's a that's why I'm saying there's a difference in the discipline, and also we have it where women are stepping in and men are stepping in.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Yeah,
So,
and you know, I'm as a person, I'm leery of women fighting in these militias, but if they want to do it and they're trained, why not? You know, why not? You know, because at the end of the day, look, those things that attacked that lady, they don't care if male or female. If you think the women are going to get attacked, guess what? these men are going to get attacked too, because they don't give a shit. They really don't. And again, talking about it on YouTube, and you know, there's one thing I do have to criticize a bit about some of these people on YouTube talking about with the manosphere and the SYSBM. I've heard that we should go after these groups. I'm going to tell you like this: those groups are a symptom of the bigger problem that you have out here right now. They're not the problem. Okay, you get rid of the manosphere. Okay, great. You get rid of SYSBM. You get rid of the red pill, blue pill, pick a pill. Okay, fine. You still have a society that's birthing these people. You still have a society that's creating the type of animals that don't care if you're a good person, bad person, whatever person, kid, whatever. They're still out there. So focusing just on the manosphere, SYSBM, all them people, that's not going to solve this problem. What these people are doing right now, that's what can help the problem. That getting rid of the actual people outside. That's what you need to be doing. Worrying about the manosphere and all these different groups, okay, but they are the symptom of the problem. They are created from a lot of problems of the society, and we're going to have to deal with that. The issues in the society that's creating these animals before you do anything. Because, like I said, a lot of these guys who get online, those numbers are adding up. Day after day after day, there's a new guy, there's a new female. Day after day.
No, I agree. I agree with you on that. And like I said, again, this is the guy, one of them that they identified. This is him. Like I said, him and his little creeps. And it seems like he has a thing where he likes to just track women. He tracks women, works at goddamn Applebee's and shit. And they just like to track women.
Okay, have they found this guy yet?
They're working on it.
They're working on it. Okay.
He likes to track. They like to stalk people on cyberspace. So we're working on it. We got things going on behind the scenes.
Okay.
As far as there's, like I said, there are men already out there. Again, don't think that these, like I said, this is gonna have to be a community in-house problem. This is a community in-house problem that has to be handled. There's no other way to handle it.
And trust me, I hope so. I hope it is handled in-house. What I want these dudes. Well, I'm not gonna say what I really want.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
well, bro, speak. You know, the interesting thing about what you just said about the manosphere and all that. The manosphere, in a lot of ways, is the nice version of that. I mean, I know it sounds fucked up, right? But it's true. It's really true
I
because whether you have, whether it's the poor, the pookie in the hood he's on the street level, like literally on the street level, and he don't give a fuck about being respectful and gentlemanly and all that shit. Well, you know what? You have a lot of men who are far removed from the street level who can actually philosophize and give you documentation and a concise logical argument about why you shouldn't be a gentleman anymore. I'm just saying, like, there's a reality. There's a constant line from both sets of men.
You know what? And that's why, I said what I said. You worry you worry more about the manosphere and SYSBN, the red pillars. They, like I said, they are the symptom of the bigger problem. I told this to another panel. I said, okay, you get rid of the manosphere. Okay, great. You get rid of SYSBN. Great. But what about that guy that you dating right now? What about that your brother, your sister, your cousin? You think they don't hate women too? You think they don't beat up their women too? You think they not beating up these children, they raping these children, killing these children? Hell, you had black females killing their own kids this summer. This summer passed before the summer passed before the COVID hit. There was a black woman killed her kid with some simp ass dude tagging along. So my thing is, look, this stuff is out here.
Listen, a black woman just got locked up for killing her white adopted kid too recently. That shit was on Tommy Sotomayor's channel. Shit's going crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So focusing on the manosphere, the women version of the manosphere is not going to help you. It's not. You're treating the symptoms, but you're not treating the actual disease. There is a disease out there that you need to fix, and it's going to start with these men are going out there demonstrating and hunting these motherfuckers down. Good. I'm happy. I hope you keep it in house. I don't want to see these dudes in prison getting 3 meals a day. I want these dudes beaten up, suffering for the rest of their life. Because these are animals, and they need to be put down like animals in the worst possible way possible. That's what I want.
Let me give you a little bit of reality here, right? See, BMT, I think you were trying to make a joke about him like stalking women or whatever. But if you look at, that was like his Facebook or his Instagram, all those women followers or contacts, like those are his friend list, most likely. I don't think that's necessarily him stalking. That's like his friend list. And more than likely, he done quit his Applebee's job and he laid up with one of his girls right now. That's who's hiding them right now.
Oh, I haven't even I haven't forgot about them.
Now look.
Those people that support these animals.
Now look, he's probably laid up with one of them girls that you pointed out on his Instagram or whatever, BMT. Now I want to take this back to something we were talking about a minute ago with the Detroit 300. Now, right now the Detroit 300 is still going. I did think they were stopped, but they're still going apparently. But if you go back to when they first got founded in 2012, I'm reading to you from an article from DeadlineDetroit.com. Detroit is no stranger to the problems that can arise when relying on civilian patrol groups. In 2012, as police were trying to find the suspect in the shooting of a 9-month-old boy, members of Detroit 300 had 2 women they believe had some knowledge in the case meet them at the 6th precinct for questioning. The women sued both the department and the group, alleging that no officers were present and that the civilians mistreated and held them against their will for hours. The reason why I bring that up is that, once again, I'm telling you, we're going to have a problem when it comes to black men. As you say, black men should just exert some authority and some leadership. I promise you, the first and the major battle will be against black women and their political activity. You can't escape that shit, and I will always be the asshole for pointing it out, but I challenge you to do it and see what you get, because the Detroit 300 ran into it, and you know what? They had to figure out they had to figure out a way to make peace with the black woman before they could go out and take leadership.
Well, Well, and hearing everything and hearing all of that, well, it's not no problem. I guess that's just for some people. I mean, I get it. I get it. Pulling up two women that has something to do with that. It's a crying shame. That is true. Just like I'm pretty sure we can pull up a lot of videos of things that Tommy and different other people, and actually I don't even have to use him, but just people have pulled up of things that men have done, and we can honestly pull out those. You can honestly pull up the articles and chronicles of things that men have done throughout society, or just here in general. It always amazes me. I mean, I get it. It's we're going to be playing the tit for tat of matriarchal society. I'm trying to figure out what matriarchal society is running the world. I mean, really running the U.S. right now. I mean, honestly, I've never seen a female president yet, ever, or literally seen any type of woman in the highest seat in the land ever.
Well, it depends on if something happened to bite.
Well, I mean, until then, I mean,
God bless nothing happens, because you might see it.
That's the closest that. Well, I guess until then.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying, BNT, and I do think,
like I said, I know.
Even if that's,
I'm about to wrap it up. So, like I said, granted, listen, y'all can go ahead and tell me about the woes, women, what women are doing. But if I don't see you talking about it, if I don't see you actually enacting on it, then then you really don't give a fuck about what's going on. Because then I'm gonna be like, well, are you doing that? Are you speaking on that? Are you talking about that? Then whatever y'all are trying to come to me about, y'all really don't give a fuck. Because I actually do that. Like I'm going to the gym right now to go work with young men and women, with their women that bring their children to me to train and teach. Now, that's crazy, because I don't see no manosphere or any of these talking points out there with me. However, I'm out there. I'm doing things. Whenever I go to the gun range, I don't see certain talking points out there. Whenever I go to certain things that I'm in, no race of women control any major industries, but y'all swear they run the world. I swear, true knowledge. According to these people, they somehow, I have never seen any race of women control jack shit. And I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
That is such a misstatement of the argument. That is not the argument guys are putting forward, that some race of women is in control, bro. The elites are in control. Yes, the elite men are in control. That's not an untrue statement.
So the elite men are in control. Because honestly, every empire, predominantly, they might put a female figurehead up there, but those men don't be listening to what the fuck she be saying. And hell, every time, either she's been raped, either been killed, and either been breeded out, sold. Hell, I honestly, listen, I think the almighty, I came into the world a man. Like, the fuck? Like, show me a woman running a gang in America right now. I would pay. If y'all can find a woman running a gang right now in the black community, please throw me down that name. I have yet seen a woman.
So BMT, what you're saying is the average, the ordinary black dude don't really support feminism. So why should we support it when it comes to our politics then?
Hold on. BMT, talk. I know this is not related to the talk. A lot of Democrats, they voted for Biden because they wanted Kamala Harris as president, which I don't understand. Please explain why. You know why? Because honestly, they're going to use her to go get certain policies pushed through. That's honestly, it's literally whoever's the best person for the job to get the policies pushed through. That's what they're going to use. They're just puppets getting fisted up the butt and used to get policy pushed through. I will do a talk about that later on. Isn't England a monarchy? Actually, no.
No.
Honestly,
It's
no.
Well,
run
historically, it has been. It's only not been a monarchy in the last like 200 years or so, 150 years. England is old, bro. England goes back hundreds of years, and for a while they've had several queens. And listen, that whole phrase "God save the Queen," that's not an American phrase. Like that,
But
the British believed in that shit. It was a part of their culture.
there are diaries where even the Queen has even said, listen, these motherfuckers don't even listen to me. They just use me and do their own shit. Nobody listens to that wrinkly old woman or any of them women.
No, you're talking about this queen. No, you're talking about this queen, but the actual queen, when there was a queendom, not the modern monarchy. I'm talking about when there was an actual queen who could cut off your head. She ran the place, bro. That's not untrue.
What did she run? What did she run?
What was her name? I can't think of her name. Was it Queen Elizabeth or Queen Mary? No, the Queen of England. We're not talking about the Queen of England who's alive today. I mean the Queen of England who was alive back when pirate ships were floating around the Caribbean.
It was Queen Elizabeth. Yeah,
it was Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Elizabeth was even. They literally were trying to get her fucked off with other dudes. The only thing about it is she had to be a cold bitch. And literally, she even had problems with her military, but even they didn't want to listen to her. Like, these dudes, literally, they will listen, it's like mama having 8 sons, but she knows damn well her sons are going to do whatever the fuck they're going to do. They'll listen to mama, but they're going to still do whatever the fuck they want to do in the world. That is honestly, a queen is no more than a figurehead. That's all she is. I've never seen a queen go out there on the battlefield. But you know who I really see go out there on the battlefield? The king. And that's why the king more so inspires the men than the queen. The queen just talks her shit and behind that closed door. But the king will go out there, King Henry, King Louis, King goddamn James. They don't mind going out there and going stomping some heads in. I like to watch A&E. Them white people are funny as fuck to me. Genghis Khan and all of them. Them women don't leave that fucking throne room, really. You might get that Chinese empress bitch, but even then, half the time, her cousins be trying to off her fucking head or poison her the next night. Like, they queens dime a dozen. Like, they don't last very long. You literally got doing your shit. But in saying all of that, the main thing I'm just putting out there is this. That holistically, thank you, Victoria and Elizabeth. Like, queens, most women will tell you, listen, there's only so much far that you can control. Like, it's like a young boy. Only so far can that woman control that boy. When that boy start realizing his strength, when he start really getting pissed off, he will really cut up. Parliament then ruled without a king until the restoration of the monarchy in 1660. Yeah, they got rid of her. So they have not run shit since then. Yeah, that's how I say. Like, the queen really, the royal family or most royal families are no more than goddamn figurehead. They're just imagery. Other than that, Parliament for the most part runs the show. They don't run jack shit. If y'all really think Camilla is going to run America, no, Trump wasn't even running America. So damn sure Camilla's not going to run shit. The president, y'all think the president runs the country. He doesn't. He's just a figurehead. He's just a figurehead. If the House wants to shut down, they will shut down. If the senators do not want to fuck with you, did y'all not learn anything from this last 4 years? If the government does not like their leader, they don't give a fuck what he says or tries to do. They're just going to overthrow it later on in a few more days, or literally just keep on riveting it down. That's how we work. So it's literally, that's why I said, like, people run the world. Like, no, dude. Like, the old guard runs the world. Like, I get it. Like, that's why now you're going to start. Listen, man. You're going to either be part of something or, hey, be stand alone. Figurehead royal families still wield considerable power, the heart of the people. No, they don't. Literally, they just trashed Meghan Markle and her kid and Henry. They call him a drunk.
You're looking at soft power, bro. The royal family owns like a lot of property around the world. You have no idea. The royal family is super wealthy. They have their fingers in a lot of shit.
Y'all need to go look up the story of Prince Diana and see what they did with her. Go look up Diana, Prince Diana, who was loved by the world, but she pissed off the right people. Oh, right. What happened to Diana?
Diana was an outsider. That's why they clipped her. Diana wasn't supposed to be. No, think about it. You're absolutely right, but I think you're analyzing it a little bit off. You're saying that somehow a well-loved person was killed by the system. It's like, no, the system killed an outsider that wasn't supposed to make it in. The fact that she was well-loved was, that's just the media doing this thing because she was a cute blonde woman or whatever. But Princess Diana didn't come from that circle of like the king's court. You can't marry outside of the court, so to speak. So if you're royal, you can't marry a commoner.
Listen, Diana was a princess. Diana everybody.
No, she became a princess, didn't she? Was she a princess before that?
No.
Right.
No, she became a princess when she married what's his name?
Diana had the heart. Diana had the heart of the people. Everybody, I knew that story. Her husband is like the 8th in line for the throne. They were irrelevant in this combo. But y'all don't understand. Diana, they got rid of Diana. Diana, they got rid of her for a reason. Listen, that's why I said when y'all say women are going to rule the world, I'll be like, good luck with that one. Must be in Judgment Day with some holy archangel, some shit. But I don't see no kind of stuff going on like that. Like, listen, bro, kings and queens come and go, but the will of what the people want is always going to be there. That's something that's inevitable in the test of time. But I gotta go.
I would say women can have an influence, but ultimately it's going to be a small group of men that's going to make all the decisions. And they will use those women as a scapegoat to hide their real power. And that's why I think a lot of this feminism is. It's just they hiding their power. And look, see, it's these evil women. If it ain't the women, look at these evil black people. They're causing your problem. So
right, it's to crush the common masses. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and reconvene. I thank you guys for coming through. Thank everybody for coming through. I got to get to the gym. I got to go ahead and I got to work on some clients. I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm BMT. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, David. Thank you, Brother Speak. Thank everyone for joining me. Let me go ahead and get to work. I got to go check on my clients. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.